The Megalodon. What do you know about it?
The Megalodon?
Oh, the Megalodon.
The Megalodon. I know the movie The Meg came out this summer and it was pretty good.
Big shark.
Big shark.
Big shark.
Prehistoric?
No one's ever seen one.
Or
doesn't exist anymore.
Maybe not.
Or right?
You think it exists?
According to NASA.
Is that what you're saying? What?
What do you think?
According to NASA? I thought they were supposed to be looking up.
Listen, here's a story.
Okay.
And this one I really tried to do research, and I couldn't find anything.
They're trying to bury it.
Maybe NASA
Take
and
a
the
plunge.
Megalodon.
Okay.
The 1970s, NASA started a underwater research and testing site off the coast of Maryland. NASA. In the 1970s, NASA started a underwater research and testing site off the coast of Maryland called Zone F.
Ooh.
Right?
Stands for.
Don't know. But why is NASA dealing with the ocean?
That's what I'm saying.
But
They're supposed to be looking up.
so Zone F, and it was to study the existence of rare animals.
Okay. That makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was like a month or so ago. This guy named George Meyer, right, who's a biologist,
Yeah.
marine biologist out of Texas. He went to Maryland to do some studying and stuff. He was out fishing for all this whatever, and a storm came,
Okay.
and it lasted for 2 hours, and he got blown like pretty far out. When the storm passed, he was ready to go, and he looked off the boat, and there's a giant cage underneath him.
Like how giant?
How giant?
Listen,
Okay.
being a marine biologist, he brought his scuba stuff with him.
No way.
Put it on, went underwater, and he looked at this cage, and from what he saw, it went a mile this way and a mile that way. And it went so far down to where he couldn't see the bottom. And on the cage, it said, quote, Zone F property of NASA, stay out.
A whole cage. You didn't see anything inside of it.
No.
Because you've planted the
Listen.
Megalodon in my head, so I'm thinking
Listen.
saw it.
He saw that, and he said,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want to mess with this.
Yeah.
Started swimming up. Then he heard a loud metal banging.
Dude.
And he was up. He looked back down. And what he saw, he said, was a shark 60 to 70 feet in length.
Oh, no.
It freaked him out so much, he swam back to the boat, took off.
Yeah.
For sure.
As a normal person would.
He came back 2 weeks later, and the cage was gone.
The mile-long cage was gone.
Was gone.
It doesn't matter if it was a mile or a half a mile.
Yeah, we got to talk about the shark.
It's a cage in the middle of the ocean.
Wait, I think I missed this.
Owned
Josh.
by NASA with a shark in it. That's massive. That's like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how big the cage is.
This was April 17th,
This year?
2023.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude,
This is
I
what we
hope this is real. I hope this
Here's
is
where
real.
it gets crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was researching this.
Okay.
And I'm like, I came across this other dude. His name is Richard Gomez, who is a local fisherman in Maryland. And they were doing this experiment with NASA called like they called it like the Big Fish Project or something like that.
Jonah.
And so
boy.
the NASA, they had their boats and they just started going out. And he's like, I'm going to follow them because like this is weird. And so he followed them for 3 days and like like at a distance. And then one day they stopped.
Yeah.
And then he like got a little closer and then he realized they're not research boats, they're whaling boats. And they had giant harpoon stuff like
man.
things on them. And they launched it. He said he saw a giant fin and they launched it and he said he saw a giant shark that looked like it was like 60 to 70 feet long.
Dude.
They dragged it for 3 miles and then that was it. And he said he got footage of it and he approached NASA about it being like, what was this? And they're like, that was nothing. And he says, if you don't tell me what it is, on September 15th, I will release the footage.
What are you talking about? That's 3-4 days from now?
Yeah, so today is
Oh man.
It's the 12th.
the 12th
Yeah.
when we're filming this.
Oh, my goodness.
So when the 15th come around,
Okay.
and
Well,
it's
that
like-
seems weird, though, right? To
Yeah.
give a date and, like, make it weird, like, in the future. It's like all those, like, post-apocalyptic people, like, oh, the end times is going to be coming
I'm
on
telling
this
you,
date.
I did a lot of research and I could not find anything. So this is like just a bunch of people.
It's trying
I'm
to
like,
be buried.
maybe,
Wow.
or maybe
I
it was
believe
one
it.
person that made it up.
I believe that's such a weird theory. I believe it.